This free video is brought to you by the Team Topologies Academy. Our goal is to help organizations become more effective and more humane. If you find this video helpful, we would love for you to check out and recommend our Academy content.
In our experience, most teams building and running software services are overwhelmed with demand coming from multiple sources, both external and internal. Without a clear understanding of who the true customers of their service are, it becomes extremely difficult to prioritize the work. As Marty Kagan says, too often teams or product managers grooming the team's backlog mistake stakeholders for customers, leading to poor prioritization and building more than what is needed. Platform teams experience the same problem, if not worse. Requests and ideas for what to build into the platform might be coming from the CTO, heads of department, team leads, product owners, engineers, and so on. To make sense of this, platform teams need a crystal clear understanding of who their true customers are. Simply put, the platform customers are the teams using the platform services and collaborating with the platform teams on what those services should look like. Everyone else is just a stakeholder. We should listen to their ideas, but we need to prioritize the things that help teams on the ground move forward. It's desirable that CTOs and VPs of engineering have a high-level vision of where the platform is heading from a strategic point of view, but the day-to-day decisions on what to do next must be focused on the true platform customers. The renowned ThoughtWorks Tech Radar, curated by a group of senior technologists including Martin Fowler and CTO Rebecca Parsons, also warns about less successful approaches where teams create a platform in the void based on unverified assumptions and without internal customers. These platforms end up being underutilized and a drain on the organization's delivery capability. Once we have this understanding, we can then dig deeper and understand the different profiles across those customers. As we saw earlier in this course, we should expect different teams with different experiences and maturity to have different needs. In the Uswitch case study, we saw how their new platform team first addressed the needs of a lower engineering maturity team and later focused on the needs of more experienced teams. User experience professionals have long been using a technique called user personas as an effective way to keep in mind the different customer profiles across a heterogeneous customer base. A user persona is essentially a description of a prototypical person representing a group of users with similar experience, frustrations, and jobs to be done. Earlier in this course, we mentioned how the platform teams at Spotify added multiple options for teams to consume their CI/CD service, from zero configuration templates to direct calls to the service APIs. It's a case where we are effectively supporting different user personas. Experience in a given domain is often an important factor when considering user personas. A junior developer might benefit from more opinionated templates that guide them through aspects of the service they might not be very familiar with, while a senior developer might want to have more input on the service workflow and therefore prefer direct access to its APIs. We should also consider less technical user personas. For instance, a product manager might not be deploying changes to software, but they might likely want a single pane of glass with data on which features have been deployed to production, which are active, and which are still traversing the pipelines. Team leads might be interested in looking at metrics extracted from the deployment pipeline, such as cycle time, test coverage, regressions, etc. For each service in the platform, we should understand who the user personas are in order to ensure we consider their needs. We can then revisit these user personas whenever we change the service, so we don't forget we're providing a service to different teams and user profiles throughout the organization. The platform team will typically start with the needs of a specific team, and then as they flesh out the solutions, they bring in the perspectives from other teams via the user personas. Plus, they can and should actually consult with the people that correspond to the different user personas to validate the new solutions.